Hello everyone, and welcome back to Vintage Story. Since the last episode, I took care of a lot of smaller chores like making more charcoal, gathering various resources, making some new metal tools, and chopping down all of the trees that had grown. Some of the larger things I did were set up a couple farm plots, crafted some fire clay after making calcined flint, set up an area for bees, and got started on creating leather. Now, in this episode, hop down here quick, take a little bit of damage, but in this episode, I want to build up a storage building and basic starting smithy kind of right over here. It'd be a good idea to get some animals captured and start the long process of domestication, probably the goats and chickens primarily, and then potentially go search for some iron, as it'd be nice to kind of get to that point as well. Now we can pop on over here, and these are the two farm plots I set up. They're pretty much the exact same thing from the last season of episodes, and I figured I just really like the design. It's very simple, and it can hold, each one of these sides holds a stack, so it just makes sense. And then over here I have the bees set up. There's none in there currently. It's just those beehive kilns or whatever. They're the ceramic hives, rather, not a beehive kiln. So I ran down here where there's these bees, and I got those kind of going. I have 4 skeps, so hopefully we'll be able to have those at some point. And with the leather making, I did clear out the pit of wolves and the 2 bears and 2 wolves. However, a new wolf found its way to trying to attack me, so it's in there now. Otherwise, notably, I have these bloomeries going. No iron in them, obviously, just these 3. I was making more calcined flint chunks, and then these 2 have quartz going, so I did end up digging up some quartz over here, and I also dug up a bunch of brown coal in a spot right there. Otherwise, that's kind of all I harvested, besides maybe some copper, if I remember correctly. So the plan is, once those are done, I need to gather up some lead, because I want to make some leaded glass panes, which requires a whole block of glass and an ingot. Now, the question is, I can't remember. I believe that this will just give us 12 pieces of glass, so we'll get, 48 pieces of leaded glass panes, so we'll need quite a bit of glass for this place. But I'm pretty sure that there's lead, directly underneath of our beehives. And I found these nice little forget-me-nots. I don't know if they'll be the final flower in here, but they're very small, and I don't like the 2 tall flowers, just because it kind of is a bit overbearing. Now, over here in these fields, I do want to say I have some turnips growing in this one, and then this one has more flax and spelt. Now, I should probably go, I did make a watering can, so I should probably go grab that and start watering, just to keep the moisture up. Otherwise, this farm plot here don't want that goat to attack me, is very slowly making its way. It should easily finish before the end of the season, or before the end of, or the beginning of winter, end of fall, whatever. And then I planted these 2 fields on, July 6th, I think it was, so it's been essentially close to 4 days now, and these each take, I believe it's 16 days for flax. Wrong one. Yeah, so 16 days. So it might be cutting it close, but I think that they should be fine. But I kind of figured we needed some more crops in the ground for the winter time. Otherwise, we may struggle for food. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get all this watered up. Alrighty, there we go. Both those fields could be at 100% moisture for everything, so that's good. Means that they'll keep growing up really well. Obviously, we hope to eventually replace all that with either high fertility or terra preta, but we shall see what we find. Now, it looks like... Can't tell. I think that these might be done over here now. Yeah. Oh, 12 glass. Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and grab our wooden tongs. So I don't know how... if any of this is going to be too warm. We can go ahead and break all these. Yeah, the glass is a little hot. Just a test. Can I cool it off in there, or does it break? Okay. Pull all that off, just that way I can not have to have the tongs. There we go. 24 pieces of glass. Maybe will be enough for that whole building. And then we can just kind of toss the calcine flint chunks into here, as well as what's left of the fire clay bricks. Now, I'm going to dig down, and hopefully I'll leave the glass over here as well. We'll just put it in here. Yeah, oh yes, let's check. We have the strong tannin, the hides, still has about 1.5 days left. Let's grab this leather, or these soaked hides. Scrape them off real quick. There we are. And then we'll just toss them up here as well. I should make a couple more barrels and get some more of that going. Oh, which reminds me, I got lime. We can actually see one piece of it left over here. Some pink marble. Alright, if we run over this way, it's kind of hard to tell. But I think there's one piece left. But this section here had pink marble, and it goes behind, and I think it, like, kind of ends somewhere in here. But I was able to dig out a bunch of marble, and if you don't know, like, pink, green, white marble can be ground up into... The rocks can be ground up into lime. Seeing as how that's the only, besides, like, seashells and whatnot, that's the only lime that I have found, I figured it was worthwhile doing. Also because the pink marble, I think it looks fine, but if I'm going to choose between the other marbles, either like the white or the green, just not a huge fan of like the pinkish color. So, and I also did find a while ago when I was out and about, where was it? Right here, there's some white marble, like underneath this like chunk here is a floating like island in the sky, and there's a large section of marble underneath of it. So that's good to know. But let's go ahead and hop down. Just kind of in here is where I found all the lead. So I have 12 ladders on me. Hopefully it'll be fine. I know that there is lead like down in the or in the mountain over there, but this is rich, so this works out really nice. So we got some rich lead. Go and grab a bit of this up. I don't really know. I'll probably, depending on how big the vein is, I might just grab it all. Although it could be a fairly large vein, so I'll see you in a moment. Alright, went ahead and dug up the lead from there, and then also a spot like right over there. And we got 48 pieces of rich galena. So we will hop on inside. Oh yes, I also made a quern. I had to make the fire clay. I think I just had it over there and poured up some. Well, not actually using the quarry mod, but just relieve some stone. I believe it's actually the vanilla process, but I believe it's actually called relieving. So we can go ahead and grab this. I also made our first chisel, which I'll show you some stuff that I did with it real quick. Then we'll come back and get the lead and cooking away. I'll just toss whatever's left in here. Alright, so over here at the house, I went ahead, I just chiseled out some stairs right here, And then there's slate in the mountain, so I went on to the opposite side. I think it was like right up in here. And I relieved a whole bunch of stone to get all of the slate, as that's going to be the flooring in here. And then I made up the dark mud brick for this flooring. And yeah, this is like the kitchen area. And then with some of the like 3 stacks of the fire clay that I made 3 of these ovens, because it'll be nice to have. So we'll pop back on over here and start melting down some of the ore here. Now, I believe I have 10 ingots out back, ingot molds, so we will... I don't know if I even have enough. I should actually have enough for, let's see. There's 10 ingots worth. Now, does this need anything crazy? No, it can just use peat, which I like. Dude, just try 10 pieces. Probably will be enough. Grab torch. Light it up. Oh, and one other thing I did was I, with the auto panning mod, I panned up a bunch of bony soil, and this was the haul. So I got some 11 copper arrowheads, a silver chain, which, do I have anything on my arm? I do not. And then some gears, a little piece of gold, a rough diamond, silver. Biggest thing are these 2 candles, and then an aged lore book. So that's all pretty cool. Happy with that. And then yeah, I just have the 10 ingot molds back here. I want to just make sure that this is actually... Yep, it's actually melting, which is cool. I did end up downloading a mod. I had it in the last season in 1.21. It was actually a mod that I use all the time. It's called Better Firepit. But it's been discontinued for 1.22 because they kind of brought in the functionality of it into the base game, essentially, but not really, because so the way that it works is when I was cooking up the stack of flint to make the calcined flint, it took forever. I believe it took an entire stack of brown coal to actually cook up, which I think is just a little bit insane. And I also really couldn't leave the area because I had a bad experience when I was making... Oh yeah, when I was melting down stuff for that tin bronze anvil and whatnot. Yeah, where I had like walked like over in that area and then came back and the progress had reset to 0. So I had wasted a ton of fuel. So I more or less had to like stay right around this dirt hut for a bit, which was unfortunate. I ended up I really needed to go plant the 2 farms over there, and I thought, oh, you know, I can just leave it, but then I recalled after I started, and it was like halfway through heating up, that I couldn't really leave the area. So I downloaded the Better Firepit mod. It's I think somebody made like an updated version of it, more or less, and hopefully it heats up things a lot faster, because I think the idea is when you have like a stack of items in here, like a stack of the flint or whatever, or even I think lime as well, it more or less... Put those in my hand. It more or less doesn't let you... Or it needs to like heat up that entire stack is the idea of it. And then also it takes like a crazy amount of fuel to cook the bushmeat. Like I needed to cook up, I think it was like 40 some odd bushmeat from the bears and the wolves that I had killed. And it just took quite a long time to do any of that. So I guess long story short, I reinstalled a version of the Better Firepit mod. So yeah, I reinstalled a version of that. I haven't had any issues since, but I get the idea of, you know, cooking an entire stack of, or, you know, a bigger stack of something like meat should take a little bit longer. However, you know, I do have other things to do, and I don't have a ton of time to just, like, more or less stand here and idle away in this little area. Yeah, so back here you can actually see that pink marble a bit better. So there's some there, there's some there. I really thought it was halite at first, or salt, but no dice. That's okay, though. Our lead should be done. Fantastic. I also had made a new bed to get rid of our little sleeping bag type thing, and then all these crates which have a bunch of wood. But let's go ahead, not in there. Let's cut up, or saw up, I guess, some more logs into planks. Grab the glass, and let's make ourselves some leaded glass panes. So that's 40. All we need to do is get more lead going, and we'll be able to have some more of those. Let's head on over to the house. I'm going to grab an axe quick. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get these changed out for the glass panes. Well, I got all 40 of those placed in, and we're only 5 short, so I think we'll actually be able to do this. And then I'll make sure to bring over the door as well. And then I believe the house is actually small enough to where it'll all be considered one room. And yeah, then we should be pretty much good to go on the house. Obviously, aside from, there's a lot more detail I want to do, like around the windows, and add in different stone types, like the, what's it called? Dry stone, granite dry stone. But I'm kind of waiting until we get some iron splitter plugs, just because I don't want to make them out of tin bronze, as tin bronze is actually, in my opinion, kind of harder to find. Oh, that also reminds me. We can go ahead and make a tin bronze lantern. So we have everything now. Should grab the torch. I really need to get a torch holder because I always find myself forgetting them. But we can make, I believe it's only one. Oh wait, actually there's 2 different types of lanterns now. There's the smaller lantern and then the big, kind of the old standard one, which if we, I guess it doesn't really matter. We look at the tin bronze, we have, oh, it takes nails and strips now. Interesting. Okay. Wow, 8 nails and strips of the same material. It's actually, I don't think that's that crazy, but that's quite a lot. Otherwise, what are these smaller ones called for? So let's look at these, like this one. Okay, so we'll need to take one of these pieces of glass, I believe, in a, oh no, it's saw, correct? How do you get the slats? Oh, it is, okay, it's just different orientation. Okay, so then that will make the a little bit cheaper version, but that's okay. And where is the plate? Tin bronze plate, alright. It's very weird because it's like, actually doesn't look very warm, so it doesn't look red hot. But we'll go ahead and get this smithed out, and we'll actually be able to have a lantern, which will be nice. Because I need to, the big thing is I need to have light sources within the house, and eventually, obviously, the preference would be to have lanterns in there, but I might just end up needing to make some more oil lamps. And there's a temporal storm approaching. Cool. That's okay. Alright, there's the tin bronze plate completed. Do that, and we got this new tin bronze lantern. Very cool. We'll go ahead. That will go there, that goes over there. Put you guys in their places. And then, since those are completed now, we'll go ahead and make up a couple of these. Very cool. Leave 3 behind because I only need 5. There we are. And then we can actually just go ahead and put this lantern somewhere in the house. Yes, I also put up that, I think I made the components to make a lightning rod last time. So I got the lightning rod made and just put it up in the sky because I don't really know any better way to handle it right now. But I'll head upstairs, put in these last 5, and I believe that, yep, this is, as you can see up here in the top left, it is now considered a room or a home. So that is pretty cool. We will attach that lantern there. And yeah, so what's the light level on this? It's 18 versus this was what, 11? Yeah. That's awesome to have. This new lantern, how does it look? Alright. Pretty cool looking. Look when it gets put up. Oh, okay. I thought maybe it'd be kind of hanging, but it's like on a post. So, now that this storm's on the way, I don't really know what to get to doing. So my plan is to, I guess we can talk about the storage room / smithy. My plan is to base it off of a smithy and house in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Alright, so it's a town called Takov, and it's like one of the first smithies that you'll run into in the game, and it essentially is just I can put up a picture of it that I took, but essentially, yeah, it's just a longer house, rectangular house, and at the end of it is a open-air smithy, and more or less that's what I plan to do with it. Now, the temporal storm is approaching in just over 4 minutes. I can always remember, is that 4 minutes or 4 hours in game? Regardless, it'll be here soon. Alright, over here at the B area and the skeps. So we have one, is it only one that is populated? Yes, and it looks like this one potentially is getting populated. So we'll go ahead and pick up this one. Yeah, it makes sense. It would take a while, but I guess I could technically. There's another beehive over there, so I could probably use that one too. Okay, so I should just be able to right-click. Bees are scouting for flowers. Okay, cool. Very nice. Put this back in there. Now we have some bees. I'll probably end up, what I should do realistically, is the next time one of those is done, just bring it over here and then put it in here and then slowly fill them up with the skeps around. But how much time's left on this? About half a day. Yeah. Slowly but surely we're getting to leather. And then we'll also need to make, because eventually, hopefully if we're able to find iron, I'll need to make this small bellows. So, without a bellows, but working iron would be very difficult without a bellows, yeah. So I'll have to make a bellows, which I will need 6 leather for, so maybe I'll keep some of that behind. But I guess whilst I wait for the storm to approach, I'll just kind of hang out, hopefully eat some food and be safe in the meantime, and yeah, just wait for the storm to approach. I might test my metal and see about fighting in it. 5 spears, that might be enough. I don't know how it'll go, but I guess the only way that it'll hurt is if I die, so Which I guess I'm not too far from spawn. And I do have a temporal gear, so I could actually go you know, set my spawn. And here we go. I have no armor to speak of. Only the 5 spears to my name, so we'll see how this goes. Worst case scenario, I just run back to the hut and go from there. Alrighty. I need to go get a knife, actually. I want to kill this double-headed drifter at the very least. You're not double-headed. You're the double-headed. You've got to be close to death, right? Oh, man. Alright, it's not horribly crazy at the moment, but it's not exactly chill either. Where'd this double-headed go? Are you the double-headed? Yeah. There we go. Okay, good. I'm gonna go quickly grab my knife, and then doing so, hopefully, it'll be a little bit calmer over there. Man, I really do love the effects when, like, your temporal stability goes down, like all the warping of everything. I think it's such a cool look. Grab that quick. Head back. Because double-headed drifters, I'm pretty sure, give you some of the best loot. And the sounds are nuts right now, too. Alright, I want to get to him before anything happens, because I would rather not lose him. Yeah, look at that. Temporal gear and 5 rusty gears. Won't complain about that. Just keep showing these guys the business end of my spears. Nightmare drifter. Alright. Oh, that was a terrible throw. Grab that spear quick. No, don't go away yet. Thank you. Alrighty, nothing too crazy. Alright, I think that's where we'll call it, because now my health is pretty low. So we'll just hop inside and I think sleep away the rest of the temporal storm. Hopefully. Okay. Good. And then we'll just sleep through the night, get some of our health back. And then take a quick look at our little haul here. Grab that bit of food. What do we got here? So we got 2 temporal gears, 6 rusty gears, some flax fibers, and a Jonas subassembly. Consummately crafted gearbox. Okay. Let's go ahead and put these temporal gears away. I do have a mod that allows them to stack because you can get a lot of temporal gears, and when they don't stack, it kind of sucks. So, that wasn't too bad. I think we broke a spear or maybe lost a spear. Either way, doesn't really matter. We can grab our pickaxe and shovel back. And there we go. Yeah, 2 temporal gears. I will not complain about that. Put this huge hide in there. Grab these 3 hides. Toss those in there. And yeah, I'll make a better, like, tanning solution eventually. As the rain pelts down, and we had quite the thunderstorm last night, as you can see some lightning still going off that way. We're going to go ahead and get started on the build here. Now, I gathered up pretty much everything that we need into the chest here. So first off, we're going to start with if you're in the right spot, we'll start off with the wall here, and then I need to make different types of rammed earth, just because I figured it was a bit different than the stone and everything, and then the actual building will go here. I might have to dig this back a little bit, but I got my trusty old pillar set up and my camera point turned on, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on this. Well, as rifts keep spawning around, we finished up with the house here, or the what'll be like the storage shed and the smithy. Obviously, still have to put in like the forges and anvil and whatnot. But here is the inside. Nothing too crazy. I do need to put in a ladder right in that spot to go up to the next level. However, I don't have enough lighting, so on the back of the house here, we've got 8 red clay oil lamps going, so I got stuff for that. And then I also wanted to craft this up with you guys. The, oh, I always do it the wrong way. Like that. Do the 2 medium animal cages to gather up, like, the goats. And I'll have to make small animal cages. I believe that those are just, yeah, planks and sticks. So also, as we're running out of food, so yeah, you're one I want to gather up. Running out of food, and could have been more convenient timing because our turnips are finished. So we'll gather all of these up quick. This thing is full now, which is cool to see. We'll just put the excess over in this one. But yeah, a ton of seeds, and let me just move these. What is that? 6 full stacks of turnips with extra 15. And then I have some food up here, which will empty that pot and put it down there. But yeah, this rift activity has been kind of insane. So I guess in the meantime, because I really need those to finish up, we can figure out just a temporary spot. Honestly, I'm thinking maybe just like right back here for the animals, and we can dig a couple pits. I just need to do the chickens and the goats, or again, the mouflons, I think they're called. But I also wanted to grab... I had been crafting up a whole bunch of chests using the nails and strips mold. So in the nighttime, when I really couldn't build, I was making all these chests. So we should have 14 trunks worth. And then we have an extra chest there, and then 3 here. So we'll actually have another 2 chests. And with this, I don't really know how many will actually go in here. But we can... So we're just 1 shy there. Yeah, we can put all the chests in on this side, and this side will have the same. And then this side, I think, is the chests go to here, and then 2 more here with some crates, maybe. And then up top, I'll probably put more crates for, like, bulk storage. But yeah, it'll be nice to have all of this stuff figured out, and then... Yeah, this is why we need more lighting in the house. It's just been... I don't know if it'll show up in, like, the building montage or the little time-lapse sections, but this house was just it was a party in here with all the drifters and whatnot. Ready, it is the next morning. We'll go ahead and grab up these since they're completed. And make ourselves some lanterns. Man, these guys are really annoying me. Another thing real fast is we'll add in the slabs. Now the nice thing is when you put that in the crafting table or the crafting grid, you can make it so it's only horizontal, and it makes placing the glass so much nicer. But I will probably need to put a lantern down here. Hopefully that's enough. Yeah, and this isn't anything crazy. And then I need some more granite rocks or whatever to go around there. Oh, man. And then we'll just pop in here. I don't know, we'll place 3 down. Upstairs will be a different story eventually. And then we'll also put in a couple more in here. Let's just throw them up here. I can grab 1 off of the house too, so I think we'll have enough to actually light that up. Or not the house, rather. Sorry, the dirt shack. Can you go away, man? You're so annoying. Now, my only concern with having like an open concept, more or less, little foraging area is, you know, I might get attacked, so I'll probably end up putting a couple gates here, like fence gates or something, or just reworking the entryway entirely and just closing it in and just having it like this be the window or whatever. But yeah, I still need to put the forges in because they'll go here. And then I left room for bellows eventually, because we'll need to make some small bellows to actually work the iron. And then the anvil will go like here, I think. And then I have a spot here to put a little fire pit. And then on the outside, along here, because this little lip that hangs over, I should be able to place some blocks here to do any sort of casting we need to do, like for ingots and whatnot. Now, the closest chickens that I can remember or I know of are in like this desert area somewhere here. So, works out. We'll go ahead and check on the bees. And then, yeah. I also, since I'm not really... I don't know why you guys are down there. Maybe, how much durability is left? Yeah, maybe I'll be nice and dig you out a little, spot there for you guys to come up. Get rid of this dirt. Now, I don't know if I'm going to leave those pigs. I might end up actually killing them for the simple reason that I don't know if I'm actually going to raise pigs. We'll see how the mouflons do. Now we're going to pop on over here. and check on these bees. Are any of these skeps? No, they're all still empty. Okay, that's fine. Because once one of them does get populated, I'm going to just... Okay, so we'll swarm in less than a day. I'm going to just take it back there. So I'm actually just going to pick up 2 of these skeps. We can throw them into here. We'll throw those in there for now, too. But that way, once it swarms, I can just essentially move the operation back over to the house area. Now, can you make a forge out of this? Okay, you can, because I just need 1 more, and I don't really feel like having to waste the clay. Great. There's another forge. I might finally be getting out of the rain, which would be lovely, because it has been non-stop raining nearby the house, which I guess isn't a bad thing necessarily, but it has been a little frustrating. Let's see here. Where were these chickens? They were somewhere just in this area, if I remember correctly. There's like a whole little like flock of them. There's some more chickens. Hey, come back here. You. We just need 1 rooster. Oh boy. Don't mind me, I'm just borrowing some chickens. You can leave me alone, actually. Oh, you're still after me? Okay. We just need a rooster now. And you ask and you shall receive. Wait. No, I don't want the rabbit. I need the rooster. Where'd it go? You. Come here. There we go. Very nice. We got the rooster. It's still pretty early in the morning. Now, one thing I definitely do need to do is find a better source of lime. Whether that be actual... Maybe... Let's run over here. Shouldn't go on a little adventure, but might as well. You know, it's just... I want to know what that is. I haven't really found much in the way of structures. As I was saying, we need a better source of lime, whether that be chalk or limestone. I would honestly prefer lime. I like the look of limestone because I like building with it more so than hello pal, than chalk, but either or would be great because I'm definitely gonna need it. Alright, we're pretty much on to the structure. I think I was heading to this one, but there's another one there, and I want to kind of like facepalm a little bit because I realized I totally forgot to bring a prospecting pick, and this would have been the perfect time to do so. So that is all right though. Hello there, what are you? What's your name? You're a building materials trader. That is quite the scary mask. What do you have for sale? You have chalk rock polish, but I don't believe I can actually break that back down into chalk. Yeah. I mean, it's not too terrible. You got wallpaper, which I would like to get eventually. Just wish I could take stuff. I wonder, can I take any of this piled up stone? No. Oh well. Check this out. It looks like it was, I don't know, it gives me like a chapel or church sort of vibe, maybe. Let's head on inside. Very rotten debarked log. Okay, it goes down. Okay, not too crazy. Can I not break these gears? What's going on? Where are they? Oh, you can just pick them up. Okay. Feathers, thatch, debarked oak logs, which I'll actually gladly take. A ruined torch holder. It is one that will actually just full on break. We got some tiniest amount of lead there. More lead. Ceramic hoe. A watering can. which we have one at home. I'm going to leave the couple pieces of lead back behind. This is a tool vessel, shovel and a max probably, yeah. Collapsed chest, we got saltpeter, large bricks, black brick slabs, blue clay, some cool wallpaper. Let's go ahead and place this down. And I'll actually grab up like this stuff. Compost is good. Fire clay is good. This is cool, but I'm gonna leave it. Copper bits aren't worth it. Oop. Got spelt seeds. I'll gladly take those ingots. Are you full up? Yes, okay. There we go. A food vessel. Rice grain. Oh, a translocator. That's awesome. Oh, sweet. An aged torch holder. I was just getting ready to start making a bunch of actual, I think they're the brass torch holders, because we have zinc nearby, so. Plaster. It's good to know. Metal parts. Some more gears. Burn planks. Quartz. And rot, which I'm going to have to leave, because I just don't have the space. But yeah, no, this was a pretty cool ruin. And let's pop up top quick. Is there any actual way up? No. That's fine, we got handy dandy rope ladders. Washboard. It looks like there's nothing up here. Alrighty. Regardless, this is a pretty cool place. Nice ruin. I just want to mark this tree, this fruit tree right there, and then I'll head back. I'm still hitting myself in the head for forgetting the prospecting pick, but that's alright. We found this not too far away. I just want to take a quick peek at it. Probably won't actually go inside, just want to kind of mark it on the map. But it looks like a pretty complete structure. So that's pretty cool. That roofing material would be nice. It's a very interesting, like, chimney. Okay, so it is... Alright, I can't help myself. We'll just take a quick little look. What do we got in here? A clerk counter. And some really bad lag. Metal parts. Ceramic pot. Cool bit of interesting stuff. Sounds like there's something upstairs I don't want to be friends with. What do we got in here? A fancy royal collar. It's just that. It's pretty fancy. Glasses. Very nice. Heavy leather gloves. And a belt. Why not? Spider webs. Bunch of random junk I don't really care about. An inactive locust nest. Although I did hear some actual locusts, so... Different boots. I am very happy to find different clothing. Cooking pot. Yeah. And it looks like there's something up top, but we'll just have to leave a lot of that for later. I don't really have the inventory space to be looting too much. Oh, okay. Is that cheese? Ye old cheese. Okay. Sure. Alright, pretty cool little spot. Alright, we made it back. Along the way, I did end up getting the skep. It was populated, so that was good. Now, let's go ahead. Now, I think I just break it. Yes. So we'll let out all these chickens. Oh. Didn't want to pick you up again. Stop. Stop, rooster. I don't want to pick you up. Okay. There we go. So they'll hang out in there. I am just going to go ahead and put these cages into one of these chests. Sorry, that's so dark. There we go. Alright. And then we'll quickly just toss this beehive or this skep into here. And then I'll need to actually worry about it later. to add in, get some more bees going. Yeah. But it was a pretty good haul, actually. I am very happy to have gotten that aged torch holder. That was like, that's probably the biggest thing. Pretty happy with the progress we made in building the little storage room and the smithy attachment. Also getting some chickens and our first mouflon. And I just want to thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more of the series, consider dropping a like and subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated. I hope to catch you all in the next episode. See ya!